Call to order the meeting this morning on April 20th of the Schenectady County Capital Resource Corporation. We have one item on our agenda this morning, and we will begin with the approval of minutes from our March 30th meeting. If I have a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion.
And a second.
I'll second it.
Any questions or comments on the minutes from March 30th? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Second item is Union College Series 2022 bonds. This is resolution 23722. And you should have a slightly revised version on the table here. And for the folks on the call, Jamie will walk through what the intent of the resolution is, and then where the changes might be.
Right, I'll kind of pick up where we were from the last meeting and just reminding everyone that the CRC is set up to issue bonds for not-for-profit corporations. We've done several with Union College in the past. Baptist Health was done a few years ago. So it is a tool that's available to businesses in Schenectady County. New York State changed the law around 2010, 2008. So that IDAs were precluded from issuing bonds for what were known as civic facility bonds for not-for-profits. So with the change in law, somebody came up with a great idea. Let's form a different corporation and be able to do the same thing. So it helps our major not-for-profit employers in the county. And we've done a handful of these over the years. Since our last meeting, we received an application, I think the next day, from Union College looking for the issuance of bonds. They're looking to refund some of the prior bonds that were issued previously in 2012 and 2015. Plus, they have a new project in mind. They're looking about $25 million for various repairs that need to be done on as many as 20 buildings on campus, just general major systems that you would expect, roofs, HVAC, deferred maintenance, that kind of thing. And then the refunding of the bonds would be the difference. Right now, what the resolution says is that bonds could be issued up to $60 million. Some of those details will be worked out. It obviously could be less. It can't exceed that amount. From talking with representatives of the college, it would be a 30-year bond. They're estimating an interest rate of 3.59%. So that's a pretty good deal. And they're in a hurry to get to market because, of course, the market's been unstable and interest rates have been rising. So they're looking to take advantage of while they still can. The purpose of the resolution is to call for a public hearing. There are two of them that are required. One is the requirement under the CRC. The other is known as a TEFRA public hearing. It's a IRS requirement, federal law requirement. One has a 7-day notice, the other has a 10-day notice. The revised resolution in front of you sets the date of the public hearing for May 2nd, which is a Monday at 9 a.m. right here in the boardroom. So we wanted to incorporate that into the resolution. And then following that, there are steps that need to be taken by the county legislature. It does have to go to a committee of the county legislature, which Ray can explain. And then ultimately it has to go to the legislature itself, which approves the issuance of bonds by the CRC. Connie, what did I miss?
Absolutely nothing, Jamie.
I just would like to add, at our last meeting, it's really ironic. We were kind of bemoaning the fact that we didn't have a lot of activity in the CRC, and sure enough, within a day, Union contacted us, and we're happy to work with them. I mean, they have 800 employees. We all know folks that work at Union. They treat their employees really well. They're known as a very good employer. They provide great benefits and salaries, and we know friends and neighbors that work there. And if we had a private company that had 800 employees in the county that reached out and wanted help going to the capital markets, we would certainly help them. So this is very analogous to that. I really want to thank Janie and Connie and her team for jumping right on this, because really we have to work faster, smarter, better than there are other financing options like the Dormitory Authority, and we are doing that. We're getting this done in record time, and that takes a lot of work by Connie and Janie, and we appreciate all of you coming in this morning. The upgrades to the 20 buildings will certainly create economic activity, sales tax, activity, with contractors, which would be great for the community. And just think this is a great application, a great project for the CRC. So
Yeah,
appreciate everybody coming in.
when we can execute these quickly, it really is a win-win because we can provide better service, same benefits that other funding agencies, as you mentioned, dormitory authority, but we can custom fit a little bit. So
We get a nice fee out of this of $215,000.
It's a little over 200,000, depending on the final amount at the end of the day.
So that we can then use for other projects that we want to work with. So
it's a public benefit.
We've already started working group calls, and as you may know, the college has a completely new finance team due to some retirements, and they're incredibly appreciative of how quickly, Jamie and the CRC have jumped on this, and for the county ledge, agreed to get it on their agenda so quickly.
President Harris and the folks at Union College are really a good partner with us on a lot of levels. So I believe I need a motion and a second on this.
Chairman, I'll make a
We can have some
motion
discussion.
to hold the chapter public hearing and take related actions.
Okay, so I give a second.
I'll second.
All right.
I have a quick question. What time's the public hearing on May 2nd going to be?
9 a.m.
Okay.
9 a.m. Yeah.
Jamie, that was a really good summary. Ray, thank you for adding to it. With Mr. Gardner's question, any other discussion that we need to have or want to have? Hearing none, all in favor of resolution 23722, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Resolution is passed. The next item on our agenda is other business. I don't know that there is any other business, but
we at our last meeting, we talked about the Rivers Ledge, which is additional financing. They agreed to pay us a $50,000 fee for that project, for that second phase. And so I want to thank again County and Jamie for their work on the Rivers Ledge, great project on the waterfront.
I think there was a closing on that already.
The closing is, Gary, you came in and signed a bunch of documents.
We're not holding anything up. So if there hasn't been a closing, it's not on us.
Within the next week.
Yeah, they're getting close to closing,
And we'll get the fee at closing.
waiting for the bank.
Can I
The
have
other
a-
thing is, that's important, sorry.
That's
this
all right.
commercial,
It's okay.
is the governor gave final approval to the Chippy project,
Oh,
the Champlain Hudson Power Express. One was very interesting projects I've ever seen. That means $100 million in construction activity in Schenectady County, $85 million in new tax revenue for the next 30 years. And basically, it's like having a new $72 million factory and paying full taxes in the county. Although it's basically a power line that runs along the railroad bed that already pays taxes itself. So we love seeing that project get final approval and head toward construction. The county IDA will receive $1 million fee from that at closing, which is very exciting and just a great project. I mean, we had some of our board members just talk about this as a windfall for the school districts in Glenville, Niskuna. It's just very meaningful dollars, big dollars for on a recurring basis over 30 years, as well as the county. Really, really great project. Bring green energy from Quebec to New York City.
Major construction project that no one will notice except the railroad.
Right, exactly. That's good.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Resource Corporation